So this is my data. As you see here, this guy is not serious guy. Look, missing. So I have to remove this guy. Clear. This guy is not serious. Clear. So I have to clear all of these guys. I will not be able to make a proper analysis with missing data. Honestly, we can. But in order to do that, you have to have 2 months or 3 months studying how to deal with missing data. It's a big discipline, okay? For myself, I did it. It's not scientifically right, okay? Honestly, it's not scientifically right. But for my mind, I don't want to waste, okay, 1 month for analysis, analyzing missing data and how can make correlation, and it's very big. Okay, the aim of this session is not to make you a professional in statistics. I want to make it easy for you and easy for myself. I do not deal with it. Some people, professional, do something, but I do not do. Okay? I just remove it away and don't waste my time. Okay? So I usually remove all of that, but before starting analysis, I have to find out whether I have missing data or not. So I have to analyze missing data. I have to analyze what? Missing data, to see how many missing, in order to say, yes, I can start analysis or not. How can I analyze the missing data? From where?
Analysis.
I want to analyze missing data. From where? Wow, fantastic. How can you know that?
Smart people.
I want to analyze missing data. So I have to search for missing data. Wow, you know spaces. Fantastic. Yes, this is missing value analysis. Okay. Just you need to know what you want to know. This I want to take this one. That's it. For which question? For just take them and take it. For these questions. Okay, so I pick the questions that I want and put it this way. Okay. This question. Oh, sorry. Analyze missing data. No, not missing value. Missing data. Can you find it for me? Simulation. From analyzing missing data, so it should be from analysis. Okay.
So what does it mean, missing value?
Missing value is another thing. It's how the missing value affect your average and standard deviation. So it's a different thing. Okay. So it should be from here, but I don't know where. Okay. So by looking at missing data, you will find out how many missing values that you have. Once you know how many, you have to check again to see whether there is missing or not. So you have to go like this way. This one missing. Sometimes you feel so sorry. This guy answered all questions, but only this one missing. Some people manipulate.
Like right answer.
Yes. So look at this 3, put 3. Because you know that these 2 questions asking for one thing, and these 2 questions asking for one thing. You may do that, but just for 1 person or 2 persons, only if you have 1 missing. Okay? Some people are very cheating. They no, don't do that. Okay? Just if you have, because this is, I'm very sad because I will delete all this response. Just because look at this guy. He seems even not serious. Look, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4.
This will be in model, by the way.
No, take off this guy. This is not good. Okay, so this guy, I think he has a missing value, but more than that, he has a lot of 4. So I have to take him off. Okay. Search also for people who have 5. If you have all 5, take him off. All 4, take him off. So I'm sure this is not easy process, but it takes time. Okay. As long as you find them consistent, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Ah, these guys, take them off all of them off. Keep this one. Okay. For myself, it took, I think, 2 days to finish this. Yeah, it takes time. Okay. Because you need to assure that missing value is easy to handle, but the problem is to assure that nobody has 4, 5 or 5, 5. So if you find anyone have 4, 5, so you have to use your eyes a lot. Okay. There's this guy, for example, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So he doesn't read. Look, this guy. This is very fun. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This strongly disagree, strongly disagree, strongly disagree, strongly disagree, strongly disagree. Take him off. Okay. So this process takes time until you make clean data to be used in your analysis. Okay?
Let me ask a question. When you ask the company who developed this questionnaire to collect data for you, do you usually face similar problems?
Yes,
like
of course. This is human nature. Somebody, okay, he just wants to explore your questionnaire, but he doesn't want to say the truth. And maybe your friend, he wants to do a favor for you. So ask him, please answer this questionnaire. Okay, finished. So just to please you to say, okay, I'm fine. No. So we usually face this problem, and you have to face them.
And do you have to keep the name of people who answer this questionnaire in order to,
No.
if somebody wants to control your
I have, yes, here.
your questionnaire?
Well, but I guess we will study ethics, and this will break the confidentiality and the privacy.
Don't publish them.
Yeah.
I have them here because sometimes I want to contact this man, for example, okay? So I have them. Some people do not love to write their name, that's fine. But others, they write, and others who say in comments, I'm interested to talk to you personally. So I leave space, yes.
And if a teacher wants to control the questionnaire, he can ask people directly?
Sharing this data is not easy, and you know, if you're talking to expert or professional people, it will not be good to someone else ask whether you answer this one or not.
Well, may I remind you that there is a consent form and ethical approval you need to submit for your project. So in doing this, you have a contract between yourself and the participants. When he signs the first bit, say, I agree, then you have to commit and keep his data private.
Yes, it's called the non-disclosure agreement. You cannot disclose any information. But this for myself, I know now this guy answered this one with this one. Look, this guy is very nice. Look, he written a comment for me, very nice comment. Actually, in order to increase the number of response, I did something nice. I have a video on YouTube about project management, teaching project management and the program management. And at the end of the video, I asked people to answer the questionnaire. So this guy, he came from YouTube, he watched my video on YouTube, and he answered the questionnaire, and at the end he written to me, to Amgad Badawi, great videos, engaging and educating, thank you for sharing.
Nice.
So he answered the questionnaire because just he loves the video, so he wants to help me in my research. Okay, so that's really nice. I love to see, you know, innovative ideas in collecting data. Distributing questionnaire and getting data is very difficult.
We can do it for £5 per each one.
Yeah, yes.
10 points.
Yeah, £10 is French respondent.
Okay, so I will use now clean data, okay, because this data cannot be used for analysis, so I will use my clean data. I have here clean data. This is final 200, so from 330, the data that can be used in my analysis is just 200. Okay, even I wrote the name of it, 200 response. And this is the naming, new naming, project success management 1, project success management 2, project success investment 1, project success investment 2. Okay, nobody will read that, only me, because this is used for analysis. Benefit realization management 1, 2, 3, 5. Look, what is 3, 4? I take them off because I found them not valid, not reliable. So I took them off. So 1, 2, 5, PM1, PM2, PM3, and the 4 or 5, take them off. They are not valid, not reliable. Okay, and this is another questionnaire related to another research. Okay, so this is my questionnaire. Look, as you see here, no missing value at all. Okay, data, there is variation. Only there is one. I didn't see this guy, by the way. I have to take him off. Look now, I found someone. Even I spent 1 day or 2 days reading the data, but now I discovered that there is a one, okay, who is not serious. Okay? Okay, so what's the first task in analysis? Hello, good morning. The first task in data is cleaning the data. Okay, second task is
Analyzing.
reliability and validity. Without reliability and validity, I cannot do any analysis. Okay? Don't forget, the first 2 columns for the first concept, the second 2 questions for the second concept, these 3 questions for the third concept, which is benefit management. This is for project management. So I have how many concepts? Project management, benefits management, project management, benefit management, project success, project management success, project investment success. So I have 4 concepts. Okay? The first thing I want to do, factor analysis, validity. So how can I test the validity? By using factor analysis. Using what? Factor analysis. What does it mean? What does it mean? Factor analysis. It will allocate these questions into concepts without telling the software anything. The software doesn't know that these questions for one concept, this question for one concept, these 3 questions for one concept, these 3 questions for one concept. It doesn't know that. I know that. Okay? I will ask now the software to classify these people, classify these questions. And let's see, this classification is right or wrong. If it's wrong, I will not be able to use it. Okay, I will see now. Okay, so I will need to make analysis and make dimension reduction. Why dimension reduction? To allocate each group to a certain concept. Okay, so I want to make factor analysis. Okay? Take all the questions. Okay. So I want to make factor analysis. I need to have something. I don't want to go to in depth in this concept, but just I want to know how to use it. Okay. I will ask him to make something called rotation. I will not be used to use factor analysis. This is not my business. I want to use something called rotation. This is what will help me. Okay. So I will use something called anything. You can use anything, but usually we use Varimax. Okay. Okay. And to filter the data, I want it to filter the data. So please show the values more than 50%. So less than 50%, I don't want to see more data. I just want to see what's relevant to my data. So more than 50, I want to see. Okay. If the instruction, that's fine. Everything is fine. Look what's going on here. It says you have 3 concepts. This is the first concept, second concept, 3 concepts. This is what we call factor loading. So how much you load this question on this factor. How much you load this question on this factor. It tries to find a relationship between questions. So these questions are correlated. Okay? These questions are correlated, this question correlated. Does it make a sense to me? Yes. If you read this question, this is all about project management, PM. And this is all about benefits management. And this is all about success. Okay, so it gives me how many questions, how many concepts? 3. But my theory says there are 4. I don't have one measure for success, I have 2 measures. So please allocate again, but based on 4 constructs, not 3. Okay, so I will do it again. 4. If I find any question out, I have to remove him. Okay, so I'll ask him to make it 4. So again, analyze what? Dimension reduction factor. In this trial, I ask him to make it not 3, or don't make it as you wish. I want to make it 4. I have 4 concepts. Okay, so extraction, I will not based on eigenvalue. Eigenvalue is a method he used. I don't want to know about it. But I don't want to make it as you wish. I want to make it as I wish, based on 4 factors. Okay? Is it clear? Okay, so I say continue. Now I ask the software to classify the question into 4. Okay. Wow. Of course. When I found this graph, I make celebration. I made a very nice celebration, and I took my family to a fantastic place, and we spent a very nice night. You know why? Because this is a very big contribution to science. I created something new. This is how people can measure these concepts. Okay, so this is very nice. I spent about 3 months to find this one. You know why? Because now it's easy. It's still easy, but when I put all the questions, I found it's not working. So I will let you see the real data. Okay, this is the real data. This is the real data. Okay, let's see. Even with missing numbers, doesn't matter for me now. Okay, let's see how it looks like the first time. Okay, I will take all of that questions. This is project management. Okay. And rotation, of course, don't forget, very max. Course options to just show numbers more than 15%. Look at the report. Because there are some questions about yes or no. I cannot use yes or no. By the way, this is very important. If you have any question, 6 answers, or 3 answers, or 2 answers, you cannot use it in analysis. Or you can use, but you would spend a lot of time. So I have some questions here about yes or no. So I have to remove them because it will not be helpful for analysis. Okay.
May I ask a naive question?
Yeah.
If they are not useful, why we written them down in the first place?
Yes, I have to, of course, because I didn't label it right, so I cannot read the questions. Okay, okay, I think there. Oh no, that's fine. Yes, look, this is the first time it comes to me. It says how many questions, how many concepts? 3. Yes, success is 5. Okay, but now this question is out. There are many questions out. This question does make a sense. This question does make a sense. Look, So I have to take off these questions.
Means
Yes, they are not related with anyone. They are not valid. I have to take this question out. And this one is alone. Look, this one is alone. Nothing with. And one of it in project management with benefit management. So one project management, okay, practice with one benefit management practice alone. Look, it seems very funny. And if you and one project management and project management. So it seems to me doesn't make a sense. Benefit management with project management. And even they are 3 and you realize they are 4. If you ask it to make it please 4 not 3, so I repeat it, okay, to remind it, okay, dimension reduction and factors, but here just in extraction I'll ask it to make it 4. Continue. I'm really I was lucky because success, project management success, that's fine. Project investment success with each other. But again, look at benefits management. Many questions are out. Many questions are out. And some project management here doesn't make a sense. So I have to take off questions. And when you take one question, all the results will be changing. So you have to take off and let's see. Take off and see. Take off and see. This is analysis. It's not difficult, okay, but it needs time. Okay? Once you find that this is what you want, your analysis is finished. Like this one. Yes. This one. So now it's fantastic. Even all of the loads used are more than 0.6. If the load, what does mean load? This factor on this concept, okay?